Book Club, hello. This is Dan from One Man Book Club, and this is Not Till We Are Lost, the fifth book in the Bobiverse series. And I know, the fifth book in a series. You don't really want to hear a book review about a fifth book, but Dennis E. Taylor, the author, is amazing, and I love the Bobiverse so much. I have to talk about it every chance I get. And if you haven't jumped onto the Bobiverse train yet, you haven't listened to enough of my reviews, and you need to correct that, because if you're a fan of nerdy, easy to read, laugh out loud sci-fi, then what the heck are you waiting for? Seriously. So here's the premise of all the Bobiverse books. So Bob Johansen has just sold his software company, and now he's loaded, and he's like looking forward to a life of relaxation and retirement, right up until he's killed crossing the street. Now, luckily for Bob, the day before, he had signed a contract with a cryogenics company. So he wakes up 117 years later to find things aren't quite like he expected. No Bob body, for example. He doesn't have one anymore. Instead, Bob is now the AI part of a computer program designed to pilot space probes. And suddenly, Bob finds himself Star Trekking through the galaxy in search of strange new worlds. Space probe Bob can replicate himself. And before long, there are many Space probe Bobs, all with the same memories, but slightly different personalities. They give themselves different names, they take on different roles depending on what interests them. And soon there's Scientist Bobs, Battle Bobs, Earth Rescuing Bobs, Explorer Bobs, all traveling the galaxy and becoming saviors of mankind. That's the Bobiverse. That's what you'll find in books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2. This one is book 5, like I said, Not Till We Are Lost. The Bob story continues. To this point, they have saved humanity, they've discovered new civilizations, they've advanced technology to ridiculous heights and expanded the known universe. So what else is there to do? Well, the Bobs are getting restless, and growing pains have created factions inside the Bobiverse. On top of all that, there's a whole lot of anti-Bob sentiment among all the humans that they've saved and transported all around the universe. But never fear, the Bobs are up to the task. There are still new species to discover, still new tech to master, and still a whole bunch of really cool, geeky space science to wrap your head around. Like all the other books in the series, Book 5 is a well-written, unique sci-fi story with smart humor, real science, and great characters. I hope that you like Star Trek jokes. My only complaint of this one is that the book unexpectedly ends without the plot points resolved, so I guess now I have to wait for book 6, and I actually hate waiting. There's no violence, there's no sex. I was surprised to find a bit more language this time around than the other books. There's a handful of F-bombs that were missing from the first few books. So I'll say book 5 is best for 16 and up. If you haven't started, go back to read We Are Legion, We Are Bob, which is book 1 in the Bobiverse. Start there and get ready to have a lot of fun. Anyway, happy reading, everyone.